and we welcome you to another edition of Great Day at Gateway for this July the 12th, 2013. I'm David Carpenter.
And I'm Tony Ye.
And it is summertime. Summertime is in full sway across America, and certainly here in the St. Louis area, and the weather has finally started to seem a little more summery. We've got a little bit less rain. Some sun out, less rain, a little warmer. The sun is decided to join us a little more regularly. We hope you're having a great summertime where you are. When we started this show, one thing that we talked about was that we wanted it to be more than just, Bible study, prayer. Those are great things. Good music, which we do most every week. But we wanted to do something a little different today, because there's more to the Christian life than just reading the Bible and praying. It's fun.
That's true.
And especially when you can see what we have in store for you today. We're going to do some cooking, and this is going to be Great Day at the Grill.
Hey, every day at the Grill is a great day.
And you've got your BAM apron on. That's Rachel Ray?
No. This is Emerald.
Emerald.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So long as it's not Paula Dean,
no.
You've been fired. So.
Gordon Ramsay. Bleep.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay, we'd all be in trouble. You have had, as long as I've known you, and before that, you've had an interest in cooking. How did you get into being? He's a great cook. His wife's a great cook. I'm sure the girls will all grow up to be great cooks. But how did you get an interest in that?
Well, I was a teenager. I was probably about 14, 15 years old, and both of my parents worked, so I spent quite a few days in the summer at home, and I got tired of eating ramen noodles. So we had stuff laying around the kitchen, so I went ahead and decided to fiddle with it a little bit, and sure enough, some of it turned out good. And then when I went to college, it was an inexpensive way to date. So we'd go out and just grab a few ingredients, and you'd be amazed at what you can prepare in a hot pot. You really would. And then I bought myself a little electric skillet. Don't tell any of the dormitory supervisors, because it was against the rules. And I just had it carefully hidden behind a few things.
Degrees have been revoked.
And we would do that. And then after I married my wife, I found out she likewise liked cooking. And then it was kind of like a match made in heaven. There were two foodies got together. And then it's dangerous in the kitchen. But that's pretty much how I got into cooking.
And your mom is a wonderful cook. She cooks all the traditional Korean dishes and so forth, which has been my joy to sample on a number of occasions. And today we're talking about grillers. Now, is this true that great cooks do not share their secrets? Great grillers do.
Well, what I would tell you is that most grillers aren't quite so afraid to tell you. Now, it's different with barbecue. We're talking about people who barbecue for a living. They won't tell you anything.
Barbecue as a noun versus barbecue as a verb.
Right.
Too. That's another whole.
Right. If they do barbecue, they won't tell you. They won't tell you their date of birth or anything. They will not reveal their secrets. But no, as far as
pork or chicken, I'm not sure.
Yeah. As far as grilling is concerned, no, I would tell you that a person who is interested in the grill, anything they've learned, they're more than happy to pass along.
All right. So let's start. We're going to see today. How do we get to the perfect burger? So step one. What do we do?
All right. Well, first thing that we're going to do is let me tell you about the meat. This is 80-20 ground beef, 20% fat. What that does for you is it allows there to be enough juiciness in the patty. Now, I generally prefer to eat 10% or leaner, the 90-10 ground sirloin, that kind of meat. But the 80-20 won't dry out on the grill as fast. If you're going to use 90-10, you're going to need to add in some oil or something to make sure that it doesn't completely dry out while you're cooking it. But since this is 80-20, I'm just going to start by giving it a light spray with the canola oil.
Now, this is just the pure ground beef. There's nothing mixed
No, there's nothing in it. A lot of people, they like making a hamburger patty that's got breadcrumbs and eggs and so forth. And if you like that, I'm not saying that's bad, but I prefer just 100% beef. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of cooking spray here, just a little bit. And that is just so that my seasoning will adhere. A lot of people, they don't like to put seasoning on their patty, and to me that's just a mistake. Ground beef tastes good, but it needs a little bit of enhancement, just a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt to get the flavors going. And then I also like to throw a dash of parsley on there.
And that's not just normal salt either. That's I know it's what you use at your table, but tell us what
salt.
that is. Okay.
It's kosher salt, and the kosher salt is good because it will allow me to the flakes of it. If you have regular table salt, the regular table salt, it's powdered almost,
yeah.
and so it will not adhere. It'll soak into your meat. The grains of the kosher salt and the sea salt will kind of they have this kind of texture to it, so it'll stick better to the meat rather than sinking in it. And we'll sprinkle a little bit more pepper, just enough to taste there. Just a little sprinkle of salt, and it's really necessary. It's also true if you're cooking roast or you're cooking steak. Beef, I hate to say it, is bland. It doesn't have a great deal of flavor unless you add in some salt. Just enough to get it going. Too much, and of course you'll kind of regret it. But if you don't put any on there, you won't like it either.
And in loving memory of our good friend Larry O'Gwen, who went to heaven a little over a year ago. Gotta have salt. Gotta have salt. Every time you eat with Larry, you had to put salt on there. Okay, to the grill.
Here we go. Now,
all right.
You lay it on the grill here. I have on there just plain old charcoal, which I used a chimney starter to.
It's called a chimney starter.
It's called a chimney starter.
And you put, I saw you put newspaper in there, and then coals in the top.
Newspaper in the bottom, coals in the top, and then just set the newspaper on fire. Get a little lighter in there, and about 30 to 40 minutes later, you'll have the coals red hot and ready to go. The best part about it is you don't have that taste of charcoal fluid. The lighter fluid can impart a nasty flavor to the meat.
I can tell you these coals are hot.
All right, so let's go ahead and get the patties on there.
Worked hard all day standing over a hot grill for you folks watching here.
Now, and I am thankful for this this tool here.
Yeah.
When Dr. Young came through,
yes,
he gave me a set of grill tools. And that was a kind of a nice present of that I'm happy to use today.
So it'll be handy if you had a home invasion, I think.
Yeah, if you see right there, the little defense spikes. Now, when I did the meat, if you noticed, if I had been in my own kitchen preparing the meat, I would have probably handled it myself. But food safety, you don't want to touch it. You don't want your hands to come into contact with raw meat, and then likewise, then the raw juices on my hands touching some other cooked or raw product. That's just dangerous. It's a good way to catch salmonella. Now, as far as this is concerned, we are just going to let it kind of sizzle here. Generally, it'll take between 4 to 6 minutes per side, depending on how long it takes for the every patty's a little different as far as that's concerned. But you'll see kind of on this one over here, it's starting to how the meat. You can't see it, I don't think, from the camera, but the patty, the beef on the edge is starting to rise. We're getting a little bit of juice dripping into the charcoal. But from here, it's just a matter of waiting. Now, for a steak, it's kind of neat. You can take the steaks, and every few minutes you can turn them. That's how they get those pretty grill marks on it. But for a burger, that much handling is going to lead to your burger falling apart. You just kind of have to leave it on one side until you're ready to flip it.
Now, are these pre-pressed, or did you press these in something you had, or how did you?
No, I cheated. I got the pre-pressed burgers. If you're going to make your own hamburger patties, a little trick is when you're patting down the patty and you're making your patty, take your thumb and stick your thumb in the middle of the patty and depress it so that it kind of looks like a donut. Turn the patty over and do it again. What that will do is if you've ever made a homemade hamburger patty, you've grilled it, you'll notice how it kind of becomes, it's not a patty, it kind of turns into a mound.
Yeah.
If you depress it with your thumb, it won't mound up quite so high and it'll be more even. So it's but if you want those perfect flat patties like what you would get at a restaurant, you're going to have to buy them pre-pressed. It's kind of hard to do them that way at home.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave it to you to cook for a minute, and I'm going to step over here, and we will go ahead and have prayer time. And then after that, do the shout-outs, and then we'll check back and see how the burgers are doing after that, and move it from there. For prayer time today, we want you to keep in mind a lot of traveling going on during the summer, camps, folks going back and forth to campgrounds, various music groups on the road, speakers that are traveling for special meetings in the summer, families on vacation. And that, of course, ties in well. Of course, last week, the 4th of July, and to pray for our nation during this time of year. So let's go ahead. We'll go to the Lord in prayer and lift up these needs. Father, we do pray for these folks today that are traveling and on the road, that you would give safety and mercy. We think of those who remember this time of year as a time of loss, who have lost loved ones in years past because of traveling and accidents on the road. We pray that you would watch over and prevent and keep safe those who are out and about. We do pray for our country, for the United States of America, this beautiful, wonderful place where we live. I pray that you would bless it. May we again be known as one nation under God, a nation that loves you, a nation of liberty and justice for all. We thank you for hearing our prayers. Bless us now again, we ask in Jesus' name. Amen. Well, we got some shout-outs, of course. We wouldn't want to miss those today. We've got shout-outs, and if you, of course, don't forget, if you would like to share prayer requests with us, you may do that. Our address for that is gatewaypray@yahoo.com. Our address for shout-outs is GreatDay @Gateway. Notice the first @ is the word @ GreatDay @Gateway, and then the @ @yahoo.com. We would love for you to share those with us. Here are the shout-outs for today, coming, or just past, actually. Last Monday, July the 8th, happy birthday to Sarah Carpenter. That one's not my daughter, that one's my mother. Happy birthday to her. Also on July the 8th, a happy birthday to James Shove. Also to my buddy John Mulcrone. Happy birthday, John. Also coming up, let's see, right here, yesterday on July the 11th, a special happy birthday to Shelley Pordia. The Pordias are missionaries from Romania. They're here back in the States, I believe now for a short time, but happy birthday to her. She's a local girl from right here in town. On today, happy birthday to Kim Monterusso down in Athens, Alabama. Very famous and happy grandmother now, so happy birthday to you, Kim. On the 14th, coming up Sunday, a happy birthday to, I think, our only remaining charter member at Gateway when this was originally started as Park Lane Missionary Baptist Church years ago, Paul Jackson. And Brother Jackson is absolutely a legend in our church, a wonderful gentleman now and basically retired. But we love Brother Jackson dearly, and I hope someone will get word to him that we wished him a very happy birthday coming up on Sunday. Also on Sunday, Logan Hayes, one of the Iowa girls, one of the famous Hayes girls, and we always try to be especially nice to them since their father is a little... Anyway, happy birthday to you, Logan, and God bless you. And then on the 17th, coming up, just a few days off, we mentioned Shelley Pordia, her daughter, Michaela Pordia. Michaela is also having a birthday on the 17th, and I think she'll be 16. That's hard to believe, if that's right. But happy birthday to you, Michaela, coming up on the 16th. So, again, share your requests with us, your birthday prayer requests, your birthday notices, and we'll pass them on to others. Well, it is time to check in with the grill master and see how we're doing. How do we tell how we're doing on our burgers over here?
All right, when you're feeling for doneness, one of the things that, a little tip that I picked up was the way that you want to check for how done your burger is. Hamburger generally should be cooked to medium well. It's not safe really to eat it if you like your steaks and such medium rare to medium. You can eat your hamburger medium rare if you'd like, but you're running the risk of foodborne illness. You're safer eating it at medium well. But the palm of your hand leading back is kind of the test here. Down here it's kind of fleshy, that's rare. Okay, not good for a hamburger, not bad for a steak. Go a little bit closer to the place where your hand joins your wrist here, down here, medium rare, good for a steak. I wouldn't trust it for hamburger. Get to about here, medium. Down here, medium well, very firm on the end, well done. Now, you don't want to press your burgers when you're pushing. When you're flipping them and such, what you'll end up doing is you're going to end up spreading all the juices that are inside that are going to make that burger taste good right out the back end of the burger and into the fire. What you want to do instead is just kind of lightly push it like this. You'll get a good sense of how done it is. As you can see, this is going to require just a little bit more cooking before it's done. Something else that I failed to mention earlier is you want lay out the hamburgers probably 15 minutes before you plan to cook them, so that they're not stone cold when they come to the table. If you bring your burgers straight out of the fridge and then throw them onto the grill, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to burn the outside, but the inside is still going to be cold. It's better for you to set the burgers out. 15 minutes will not hurt your burger.
Is there any, as far as the temperature of the meat or the fire or anything like that, is there a certain temperature that you want to try to get that fire heated to, or to the inside of the burgers, like using a meat thermometer or anything like that?
You can use a meat thermometer. You want your burger to get to 160 degrees.
160.
You're going to stick a meat thermometer in there, but meat thermometer into a hamburger is notoriously hard to do. It's a very thin patty.
Right.
Unless you like your hamburgers, for about 2 inches thick. But if you're doing that, you just cook them on the grill. You probably finish them. You probably finish them in the oven. You started them on a grill. There's really no way to cook them all the way through without burning the outside. So those Manly Man hamburgers that you see, either they've been finished in an oven or you have a very, very charred crust on the outside, one or the other. But we're almost ready here. Go ahead, and I've already flipped these once. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but you got this nice crust on the outside. The salt and the pepper and the spices have done that. And then other side of the burger. This one had a little bit of trouble coming out.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh yeah.
But it's beautiful now. There we go. They'll be ready within just a minute or two. As far as the coals, probably the hardest thing for a person to do is to be patient when you're grilling. You really have to wait until those coals are ashed over before you use them. If you go for them while they're still kind of black and there's still fire, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to taste charcoal. And not that beautiful charcoal taste. You're going to taste the charcoal itself.
I remember when I was a kid one time, my dad used to would grill, and he would also, of course this was in the Gulf Coast, my dad would fry fish. And the way he fried fish was he had a little clay pot, a hibachi.
Oh, sure.
And he would build the coals, and get the coals in there, and the coals would burn down. And that was always something to look forward to. We got the old cast iron skillet, and got the oil on there. My uncles, my actually great uncles, my dad's uncles, they would cook fish, and they always cooked the fish with bacon in the oil. Which was with the boy, and the kids always want a piece of that. Yeah, piece of that bacon and the fish and the catfish and whatever they had. Good. But I'll never forget, my dad was getting ready to go with the hibachi, and I went out and he had those coals were starting to get white, and I said, well, I'll just help him out. And I got a stick and stirred and stirred and stirred and got those coals to burn a lot faster. And of course, by the time he came out to put the pan on with the oil, the fire was like 90% burned out, and he had to start over again. And my parents were not happy.
Helped a little too much.
Yeah, didn't need that kind of help. So, okay, so it looks like we're getting close to done.
It's right now I would tell you, just feeling from it, it's medium to medium well. So I would pull it here.
Oh yeah,
myself.
Oh yeah. You know me.
And if it was a steak, it would have come off already. But let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and put together a slide this one on here for you.
Oh yeah.
Feel free to dress it however you like.
All right. Well, we got all the fixings and everything here.
Yeah. Here we go. We got
some tomato. Oh, we got the cheese and everything.
Yeah, this is Munster cheese or Münster cheese for the diehard Germans in the family. And
the lettuce on there, that makes it healthy now.
Yeah, of course. And then let's get a piece of cheese. Would you like a piece of cheese?
Absolutely. I'm gonna.
All right.
Put the top on it.
All right.
Flip it and put the cheese next to the.
Right there we go.
So
beautiful.
It melts in there.
Beautiful.
All right. This is the ultimate taste test.
All
here, right?
Here we go.
I can absolutely vouch that this is the perfect burger. Wow, that is wonderful. Thank you for your time and your expertise in doing all of this today.
Oh, this is fun.
If you're passing through the St. Louis area this summer, we cannot guarantee you a cookout, but we can guarantee you a warm welcome at Gateway. Go to our website, which is www.gatewaybcstl.com. You can find out location and times of our services. We'd love to have you drop in. And who knows, maybe we'll be having some burgers that day.
Say you never know. We like to have fun at Gateway.
We do.
So we may have a cookout going when you come by.
You never know. You never know. So thank you again for joining us. We hope you'll join us again 2 weeks from today, every other Friday throughout the summer. And we'll be back for another broadcast. Who knows what it'll be. We don't plan it that far in advance. But we'll have some fun. Thank you for joining us and reminding you that don't just go out there and make it a good day. Do like I'm getting ready to do and make it a great day. So long.